Okay, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, ladies and gents, I think we're gonna go without the music this evening. Gonna take a little time to talk to all of y'all. You know, I got a couple of videos that I have not posted, that I have not edited to put it up because I gotta take out some personal information. But these videos, y'all ought to appreciate, okay? But guess what, y'all? I will get to them when the time comes. I want to explain to y'all a little situation because I did a video called I Feel Your Pain. I feel you! So I want to let you know that I do feel your pain. You see, ladies and gentlemen, I was helping someone save their home. Now, I understand exactly how the process goes. I understand exactly what's supposed to be done, how it's supposed to be done, what stage is supposed to be done, and we were on schedule. I'm sorry, Britain time. Oh, Roger Moore died today. Sir Roger, I'm so sorry that James Bond, Mr. Goldfinger, is dead. But, you know what? Roger Moore lived a very, very long life. He was 89 years old. He too died of cancer. But, you know, I am sorry to see the young man no longer here. Okay, that's disturbing. Oh, I'm printing papers right now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm running a printing machine right now. I am printing like a mad dog. Because mad dog, ladies and gentlemen, I filed a complaint because somebody pissed me off. Who pissed you up? Well, you see, as I told you, we started on this property. We knew what we were doing. It's already been foreclosed on, okay? They ignored every validation request, and then they stormed trooped. Just railroad. All aboard. Okay, and the courts sat up there and helped them. So I came in and I said, hold on now. What y'all doing? Y'all can't do that. Y'all ain't got permission to be doing that bull. And so they said, F you, mother. And I'm like, who? What? Wait, what? Huh? Who do you think you talking to like that? And they said, you, mother. And I said, really? So guess what they did? They had the sheriff come by, delivered the paper, said, you guys gotta go. You ain't gotta go far, but you gotta get out of here. I said, wait a minute. Y'all ain't gave that woman no hearing? Y'all know y'all gotta give her a hearing before y'all do anything about evicting. They said, whatever, mother, this is Cali. I said, Cali? They said, that's right, mother, this is Cali. This is how we roll. This is what we do. This is how we do what we do. I said, no, y'all kidding me. They said, brother, we ain't kidding you. This is just the way it is. So you just gonna have to learn. You may not have been here in a while, but bruh, it's been like this for quite some time to come. And quite some time ago. So, whatever. That's what they said to me, y'all. So I said, okay, fine. So the document the sheriff left said, hey, if you've been here for a certain amount of time, you can file what's called a post-judgment or a pre-judgment petition. So I filed a pre-judgment. The clerk of the court said, we already entered a judgment. You can't do that. I said, really? I said, okay. Tell you what I'm going to do. They said, you can't file that form in here. You got to go file the correct form. I said, really? All right, hold up. Give me a second. Can I borrow your pen? Give me the pen. I said, okay, amend it at the top of the page. And then I said next to pre-judgment, I put post/pre-judgment. I said, that ought to resolve your issue. Look, y'all, they weren't happy to see me. They were actually upset that I came at them correct. They said, look here, mother. Fine, all right, so you got around that one. But we got more stuff for you. You ain't done nothing. Look, oh, by the way, you see that phone right there? That's not our phone. I said, oh, you must think I'm one of these ignorant I said, I don't have to use your phone. I said, you already know that. The Judiciary Act says I ain't got to use your phone. I said, as a matter of fact, the Judiciary Act says you cannot dismiss a pro se pleading because it's lacking in form or format. I said, so that one didn't work. You want to try another one? So they said, oh, really? You think you one up on us? I said, I'm not only one up on you, I'm 100 up on you because I anticipated all your stupidity before I got here. Now, I didn't actually say those words out loud, but they understood what I was trying to say. Well, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, they said we ain't filing these documents because you need to do this and you didn't do that and you need to add this. I said, wait a minute. Hold up, y'all. What are y'all doing? Y'all don't know who I is? Let me explain to you who I am. I said, I guarantee you that I have covered everything you just mentioned and then some. As a matter of fact, I promise you I've added more to my document than anyone else who's ever filed a document in this cult regarding a case similar to this. I said, I guarantee you I covered all my bases. You know what they said? Did you? I said, I guarantee it. You know what they said to me? They said, all right, tell you what you gonna do. I said, what am I gonna do? They say, you gonna find in here where you mentioned this and find in here where you mentioned that. I said, y'all ain't said nothing but a word. Easy, E. Okay? So, I found it for him and said, there you go. Oh, that too? There you go. Oh, that too? There you go. What, y'all ain't got no more? Y'all ain't got no more comeuppance? Come on now, ask me another question and see if I can't handle it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got attorneys standing around watching me respond to them. So they said, we gonna take it to the judge. I said, take it to the judge. Take me to the river. Okay, take it to the judge. I don't give a, you take it to no stupid judge. Take it to the judge, mother. So they took it to the judge. They came back and said, the judge said that you didn't put a hearing date on here. You need to put a hearing date on. And then the judge says, if you don't fill out our form, we ain't taking it. I said, guess what? If you can show me a law or a rule that says I have to fill out your form, then I will fill it out. But if you can't show it to me, I ain't filling out no form. Well, they couldn't show it to me. But I told them, I said, wait, you said I didn't include the hearing date? All right, give me your form. I'll take care of that. Wrote amended on their form, included the hearing date, and filled it out. They said, judge said you also need to do a declaration. Declaration? All right. Oh, and you need to sign it under penalty of perjury. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's where everybody got quiet. The whole room got quiet. People were talking just before this, but it got deathly quiet. Do you know what they said? They said, hold up. They said, wait a minute. They said, look here, brother. Whew. They just told you, you better sign under penalty of perjury if you know what's good for you. You know what I said to them? I said, I ain't signing nothing under nobody's penalty of perjury. I said, as a matter of fact, I don't ever sign under penalty of perjury unless you can show me a law that says that I have to sign under penalty of perjury. I ain't signing under penalty of perjury. That's right. That's right. I said it. That's right. That's right. I said it. Don't sit up here and tell me what I'm gonna do. Yeah, you mother... I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, nothing got signed under penalty of perjury. Okay? Nothing got signed under penalty of perjury. Wasn't supposed to be signed under penalty of perjury. Wasn't going to be signed under penalty of perjury. Oh, what am I doing now? Well, let me tell you what we did, y'all, so that y'all know. Ladies and gentlemen, these mother sat up here and served eviction papers, so that gave us the option of responding. So I put in my response. They told me they weren't going to accept it unless I signed under penalty of perjury. I told them they were out of their mind. You know what they told me? Oh, I'm sorry. Hewlett Packard says that I'm low on paper. A low paper, so it says that I ain't got no more paper. Y'all, I done went to 2 realms of paper today. So that's 1,000 sheets of paper. If y'all don't know what a realm of paper is. 1,000 sheets of paper. It's a good thing I bought that ink at Amazon. That's right, I'm advertising Amazon. You're gonna buy your ink. Don't go to no Office Max, Staples, Office Depot. Don't go to any of them places. Buy yours in bulk packages on Amazon. Okay, let me explain to y'all what I did. I bought extra large ink for my Hewlett Packard Office Jet Pro 8600 Premium printer, and I ain't never looked back. Okay, ain't never looked back, cause I ain't even gone through one set yet. And like I told you, I'm close to 1,000 pages. Okay, that I've already gone through. That's how much I've been printing up today. And I'm not even finished. No, there's still a lot more pages to be done. I gotta fill out all this, but most of it I've already have filled out. I just gotta go through my list and find my list. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, we filed the documents in the court. The very same court that said they weren't going to file our documents, filed our documents. That's the first thing I need to tell you. Okay, after they filed our documents, we were told, well, you need to go do this and you need to go do that. We just thanked them and we moved on about our business. Sorry, somebody's texting me. Sorry, somebody's texting me, but he knows that I can't talk to him right now because he's got his daughter with him, and this is his daughter daddy time. And so he knows I can't talk with him right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I had an appointment today. I'm not at my appointment. I missed it because I had way too much on my mind, which is no excuse. But this has been a rough day because the sheriff will be by here tomorrow. And they're going to play games, and we know they're going to play games even though we filed our paperwork. What paperwork y'all filed? Well, ladies and gentlemen, once we filed the post-judgment papers, we got a court date that automatically stops the eviction for 2 weeks. Automatically. It's automatic. But the sheriff is requiring one show up at their facility. Told him, hey, I can't show up at your facility. You want me to produce ID? I ain't got no state ID. I don't have no state driver's license or state ID. I don't do that. They said, well then you. I said, no, you show up here tomorrow, I'll show you ID, and I'll show you affidavits, and that should be enough to satisfy the ID criteria. I said criteria, but I said criteria, okay? That should be enough. And if you got a problem after that, you gotta go take it up with your mama, because I ain't got time for you. Okay? I ain't got time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's supposed to be moving, but that don't want to move. There we go. See? It don't want to move. There we go. Whew. Well, because I put this thing up here for the rest of y'all, let's do the save thing right now. Okay? So I put this up here for the rest of y'all, but I gotta make sure that's my signature. Did pay or agree to pay someone who is not an attorney to help file this bankruptcy? You better believe I didn't. Okay? That's why I tell you guys, I can't do it for you. I can't fill out the forms for you. They have restrictions on people like me from doing this for you. So I can't do it for you. I can only do what I do. Provide you what I provide you with. Okay? That's all I can do. You have to do everything from there. Let me say it again. You have to do everything from there. Sorry, I got papers in front of me and I gotta make sure they stay in order because, like I said, it's a lot of papers. So right now we are just finished about 500 sheets just this evening in the last hour. My Hewlett Packard actually does a pretty good job. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to this, the seedings of things. Now, I've been needing to do my bankruptcy, so now I'm about to do my bankruptcy. Okay? And that's the problem. I'm going to get some help because someone's going to help me complete this. But the fact is, I'm tired, ladies and gentlemen. I am deadbeat tired. And I don't want to be tired. I want to be able to get things done, put things together. But I can't. I can't, y'all. It just won't work like that. So, let's see. Nope, can't do that. So let's undo that. We're gonna undo that, undo that, undo that. Uh-oh, gotta redo that. Gotta redo that, redo that. That's where I wanna be. See, then we undo once, and then what I do is I do this. Not all the way down, right there. And so when I do that, I simply go no spacing. You see how easy that was? And then I go space. Okay? And post petition, it says chapter 13. Chapter 7. Uh-oh. Let's do 7. Because it was 13. And for post petition, we're going to put a hyphen. Okay? An amended filing, a supplemental showing post-petition Chapter 7 expenses for the following dates. Okay? Just that simple. Okay? Now, I'm going to show y'all how to get past all of this bull crap. Okay? But we ain't going to do it that way. We're going to show y'all what we did in the court and let y'all see how we change things up. You see, what they did is they flipped the script. They did a shortcut. They ignored us with their shortcut. You see, they knew what they were supposed to do, and they didn't do it. They knew they were supposed to notify us. They knew that the clerks of the court knew they were supposed to schedule hearings, and they didn't do it. They lied, y'all. Y'all don't hear me, though. They lied. They never did it, but they lied and said they did it. Ooh, you in trouble. Okay, they lied. And so they gotta pay for lying. They gotta pay for lying. It's just that simple. They gotta pay. And they gonna pay. Okay? Because they just being stupid. Get rid of that box right there. We don't need that. What I'm doing is I'm realigning pages. Okay? And we're gonna do that and see if it, uh-oh, didn't do it. Uh-oh, we just gonna go back like that, because I like the way you do that like that right there. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm doing this document, I'm getting a little distracted because I got a lot on my mind today. So let me tell you what's going on, how I can say I feel your pain. When they came and served the eviction papers, we knew all we had to do was file this and file that. However, they started ignoring us left and right because they want this house. This house is valued at $1.5 million now. And they've already have a buyer for it. That's why they're trying so hard to get it. Because they have already started counting the dough. Now everybody knows that you don't count the money. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that you don't count nothing until you got it in your hand. Well, they counting it, y'all. And so I want them to pay. I want them to pay. Let's do that, and then let's see if we can, nope, it won't let us do that. Let's go back. We're gonna just erase this line. Nah, let's do this so that I can do it right. Uh-oh, let's go 1, 2, 3. All right, so that it brings me there. And now we gotta go back up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I did. I did an okie doke on them. They didn't see it coming. They didn't know it was coming. When I filed my petition, That constitutes as a new filing because I became a new party to the matter. Because it was a new filing, I can do an automatic removal to federal district court, which is exactly what I did. We went and we filed it, and they wouldn't let me in the district court at first until I proved to them that my ID wasn't just no crap. But anyway, we filed it in the district court. Took us about 45 minutes to file our notice of removal. Our notice of removal, I actually included an entire case from the federal district court, so that made it almost 100 pages long with all of the attachments of the actual original filing. So we filed that in the district court yesterday. So we did the post-petition filing, and then we did the notice of removal to federal district court, taking it out of the state's hands, taking it out of the sheriff's hands, and canceling or postponing that so-called hearing they scheduled for 2 weeks in the future on the 5th of July or June. Ladies and gentlemen, they didn't expect that. Nobody expected that. So what did we do? By us scheduling it that way, what we did is we slapped them in the face. Now, you may not understand what went on. By us removing it to federal jurisdiction, putting it in the federal district court, that gave us the leverage. Okay, because now it's no longer a state issue, it's a federal issue. And the federal court scheduled their hearings, and the state don't know what we did. They don't realize it just yet. They don't realize it just yet. They haven't figured it out, but they're going to figure it out soon enough. But it'll be too late by then. By the time they figure it out, it'll be too late. Well, we're in federal court now, but they're still moving forward, ladies and gentlemen. They're still moving forward. Oh, by the way, on the documents that you guys had, you notice how this hadn't been changed? Okay, that's because, as I told you many times, we got to undo that. As I told you many times, I can't do this for you. Okay? Not my job. I cannot do this for you. Sorry, my pages are falling all over the floor because the place where they're coming out of the printer is too full. So I'm going to have to, there was a document that fell on the floor. I'm going to have to put everything back in order. So I'll put that back in order a little bit later. Because right now, I ain't got to put it in order because this is the whole book-a-roo. All right. We did our notice of removal, but however, we know that we're still going to have a problem with the sheriff. We know that they're going to give us a difficult time, okay? And we are prepared for that because that's the only thing we can do is be prepared for that. We did everything we were supposed to do. They are going to do what they do. And there's very little we can do to stop them from doing what they do because it is really a corrupt system. Everybody's got their hand in the pocket. Everybody's trying to figure out how they can get over on the next guy. That's what this whole eviction process, foreclosure process is all about. Everybody's invested. The realtor, he buys into it. The attorneys buy into it. They have a stake in the foreclosure. Okay, that's why we brought up all the arguments. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last ditch effort, but the fact is I had to file this anyway, so I might as well file it now. Okay, to protect everybody. We do have a way of paying off people's mortgages, but the problem is this house was already foreclosed on. Our way of paying off people's mortgages is before the house goes through foreclosure, so we couldn't utilize that here, and we didn't actually perfect it until recently. I mean, when I say we didn't actually perfect it until recently, I mean we literally did not actually perfect this method until recently. As a matter of fact, we haven't even tried it with no one but one home, where they literally filed their paperwork in the court record, got proof that it's filed, got proof that they paid, and we're just waiting to see how things turn out. But we didn't do it correctly the first time, and we're getting ready to do it correctly. That's what we're working on. That's what we got going on. So for some of y'all who don't know what's going on, hey, what's going on? I those of you who don't know what's going on, that's what we're trying to tell you. We are trying to put this together so that we can have it going on for all of you, so that we can do this for all of you. So hang on in there. Hang on in there, baby. Hang on in there now. Okay? So I tell y'all, we almost got this. But I did this video and I'm doing this video because I want to let you know that I do understand. I literally do understand what you're going through. I feel you. I feel for you. I feel for you. Okay? I honestly do feel for you. I know what some of you were experiencing when you were calling me asking me for my help because you were in dire straits. You were desperate. However, ladies and gentlemen, the amount of work I've had to do just for this house alone, this is not no walk in the park. This was a lot of paperwork, a lot of work, a lot of work. This again was no walk in the park. So those of you who think that, oh, all he's got to do is snap his fingers and everything just falls into place. You on that stuff, that Ron West juice. And you need to get off of that stuff. You see what it did to that mother. Okay, what you think it's going to do to you? Okay? So y'all need to get off of that stuff. Stupid mother. I'm sorry, not y'all. He's a stupid. Anyway, I ain't going to talk about that mother right now because he don't deserve to be talked about. He's a stupid, ignorant mother. Woosah. Woosah. Alright, let's get back to talking about what we're doing and why we're doing it. When we filed our paperwork in the court, the sheriff will be here tomorrow morning, first thing. We're going to file this electronically tonight into the record so that we have proof that it is filed. This is supposed to stop them from doing what they're doing, but I'm told here in California, the sheriff's department sometimes ignore this document once the bankruptcy is filed. They don't think they have to obey the law. And so I cannot promise no one that this is going to work the way it's supposed to. I know it's supposed to work the way it's supposed to, but I can't promise anyone that it will. But I can promise all of you that I will do the best I can to make sure that I save this place. And if I don't save it, pay attention. Whoever is in my way within this system, I promise you they will pay. Alright, I told you guys I've had some information about the lawsuit and about the SATCOM and all of that other stuff. I've been preoccupied with this for the last week because we've been putting those pages together. And see, it wasn't just 100 you hear in the background. That's not just 100 pages of nothing. That's against the sheriff, against the county, against the clerk of the court, against the court itself, against the so-called California legislature. See, we're bringing a lawsuit and we're bringing, look it up, ladies and gentlemen, I talked about it on one of the recent videos. We're bringing a taxpayer's lawsuit against these idiots. Why? Because they've been using taxpayers' dollars claiming that they are settling debt-related matters. Ladies and gentlemen, they can't do that. That's against the law. You guys may not know that, but they cannot use tax dollars to take care of private business. And that's exactly what they've been doing. Bankruptcy is a private matter. And the sheriff sitting up there foreclosing on somebody's property, a private matter. They don't have the authority to operate on the private or to represent a private organization because they receive tax dollars. Tax dollars means they must operate for public interest. The public, they can't do it for the private. And they've been doing it for the private. And so we are now going to kick them in their privates to make sure they understand that they can't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we're preparing the bankruptcy, because we have to slap them in the back of the head, hit them in the side of their face. We have to get their attention. Okay? We have to get their attention. So how do we get their attention? By doing exactly what I'm doing now. Okay? We prepared a bankruptcy. And you know that I've already gotten rid of all that language that don't help us. All of that under penalty of perjury junk. We ain't playing that bull crap. Okay? There is no social security number. This is being done strictly under the EIN. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I need to tell you also. Those of you whom we've done birth certificates for, who paid the initial fee when we first started, and then who paid the fee, the adjusted fee, when we told everyone that we would have to bring the fee up, we have gotten for you 98 series EIN numbers. You will be told how to operate with that number and how that number benefits you and how you can utilize that number to benefit yourself. What I will tell you is that all the other places you go and ask these people to get a 98 series number for you, they charge you a yin and a yang, an arm and a leg. Okay? We're not doing that. We added that to the process for you at no additional fees, services, charges, nothing. We added that. Why? Because you deserve a break today at McDonald's. Okay? So we thought we'd give you guys a break. So we got your... Oh, sorry. Some of you don't know what a 98 series number is. Okay? So that's what we've done. We've given you a 98 series number. For you. Not for nobody else, for you. So that you can have a 98 series number. So that you can operate as a foreign entity under the Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act. Because the Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act of the United States, which was a 1933 act, that's right, everything happened in 1933. The Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act, enacted in 1933, was the act enacted for you. Okay? That's what the Foreign Sovereign Immunities Act did. It was put together for you. You can utilize that act if you know how to act now. Okay? You can utilize that act if you know how to utilize that act. Well, we are going to utilize that act. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to save this. In a minute, I'll be printing this up. I'm going to try to fill out as much as I can, but I've been up since 3 o'clock. Okay? We had some issues within the community that had nothing to do with anything that I'm working on now. But I've been up because of that. And because we had those issues and I've been up, I'm tired. And I mean, I'm dead tired. Okay? I'm so tired that my being tired don't know how tired I am. So what I do here is I copy and paste, and then I get off of this video and go on about my business and let y'all go on about y'all's, because I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired is what I tell you. I'm tired. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we've done by doing the notice of removal, taking it out of their hands. By doing the notice of removal and bringing the matter out of their hands, we are resolving to keep it from their hands because they stupid. That's right, I said it. They stupid. We had to do the notice of removal because the first hearing date is the 8th of August. That's what doing the notice of removal does. Okay? I will fight this case no matter what happens tomorrow. That's what all of that was about. I want all of you to know the same thing, that you cannot give up. This is a fight, and you cannot get into this if you're not ready to fight. So many of you were asking for my help. So tonight I called an attorney. I know, yes, I do know an attorney, and I like him. He actually won me over, and you know how I don't like no attorney. But this one, even though I know a little bit about this one, and I know what he's capable of and what he's capable of, but ladies and gentlemen, he and his firm offered me a job a couple of years ago. That's right, even before I walked back into the shadow of death, they offered me a job. Now, why would 3 law firms in 4 years offer me jobs? 3 law firms wanted me to come in as a consultant, as if this was Suits, the television series, formerly on USA. Why would they offer me a job? I'm not an attorney. Well, so they say. Okay? They offered me a job because they knew quite well. They knew quite well my capabilities. By just reading my papers and by listening to me, they offered me a job because they knew what I was capable of. Just by listening or reading my documents. So when I'm telling the attorney tonight about everything that I did, asking him if I missed anything or if there's something else he thought I should add, he told me, you know what? That's kind of ingenious. You actually did an all right job, is what he said. I'm not joking. I'm telling you exactly what he said because he said it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, I was calling him for confirmation that I'd done what I was supposed to do. I was mentioning that to him because I was trying to impress him so that he could see that I knew what I was doing. Because I had to put them on hold for the lawsuit that we're getting ready to do, because the lawsuit we're getting ready to do is only going to box them into a corner. And I say getting ready because we haven't filed it yet, ladies and gentlemen. There are some prerequisites that we have to walk through. That's what I'll be doing a video letting you guys know about. There are certain things I have to do in advance, and that takes time. But we are first in line. That's the good part, because nobody else is bringing forth the lawsuit like we is about the same issues. So we first in line, first in time. But we're going to do it on 3 different fronts. And then if they stop us on several different fronts, we're going to bring it in several different states. Okay, I want you guys to keep that in mind because that's the information that I haven't been telling people about, that I haven't been mentioning, and I should have been mentioning it to you, but I've been busy, y'all. That's right, I said it. I've been busy. Let's get busy, y'all. Okay, I've been busy. And so because I've been busy, I haven't been able to tell you guys everything that's been going on. But please understand, I got your back. Okay? Alright. Back to feeling your pain. It can easily be said by so many people that they understand. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't understand because I've never been through this before. So the fact that this is personal to me, I'm going through this now. This means that I have to put forth every effort. Now, I get to do that plus do my own bankruptcy paperwork, because now this is for me as well as for this situation. So I get to killing. He's getting the killings. 2 birds, 1 stone. Speaking of killings, if anybody believes that situation in Manchester, that bombing at the concert, whoever that young lady is that they claim is supposed to be some singer who was singing and having that concert, if any of you believe that that was a legitimate bombing of a terrorist attack, you're a fool. There's no other way. I can't sugarcoat it. All I can do is tell you the truth. You are a fool if you believe that. Pay attention. They tried it in the United States in Atlanta several years ago. You remember the bombing at that concert in Atlanta? Didn't go over well, did it? And so what do? They now do it in a different country. And then they raise the terror threat level. Terrorists don't care about no stupid concert. As a matter of fact, to let you know how stupid the whole thing was, why was the bomb outside, not inside? Well, he couldn't get it inside. Please, if he got that close, he could have gotten inside. He could have ran inside, got mowed down, shot down, and still set it off. So don't let nobody sit up there and tell you that that was unknown, that they had no clue as to what was about to happen, because they done lied to y'all and y'all letting them. Getting back to feeling the pain of some of you, I say to you, and ladies and gentlemen, something I forgot to do in several of my documents earlier. As a matter of fact, the main filing in federal court, the documents are actually numbered backwards because I forgot to put the numbers on them. So when I put the paper back in, was too lazy to reverse the papers to put them in the computer to do the numbers. But ladies and gentlemen and ladies, Let me tell you what's going on. Sorry, I gotta put the page numbers in, and that's the problem. So that's what I'm working on now, because I gotta put the page numbers in. Ladies, gentlemen, the situation is, there we go. That'll work. I can live with that, because it's still gonna have that other page thing down there, because it tried to have it, but I can live with that. See that page number thing right here? So it don't have my page number, so I'm disappointed. So let's undo this, and let's undo that too. That's what I want, and we're gonna do the page number again. I feel your pain because I now see how desperate people were and why they were so desperate. Why they were pleading with me to help them and begging me to help them. That's right, I said pleading and begging. It wasn't demeaning them. It wasn't making them this or that. Their pleading and their begging was exactly what they needed to do, because they were afraid. They were afraid they were losing everything. See, it didn't do all the pages, so I can't help that. I did try to put the page numbers, but I'm not going to break my neck trying to make sure everything is perfect, because this got to be done tomorrow. So I'm going to print this up now, even though I haven't filled in everything. Save and print, because we just need to file it. They'll send it back telling me about the deficiencies, and I'll correct it at that time. But getting back to you all, the point is, I now see the stress that you all were going through. It still wouldn't have changed anything, ladies and gentlemen, but I can now say I understand. I did a video called I Feel Your Pain. Well, I can now say that I feel your pain. I know what you're going through. I'm sorry that you had to go through this, but I can say I know what you're going through. I mean, didn't Diana Ross ask a question? Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? What are you going through? Okay, do you know? Ladies and gentlemen, because I now know what you guys are going through, I can fight a little bit harder. So I did this video. At the beginning, I explained to you what we did. In California, if you lose in in state court, well, in foreclosure, in a non-judicial foreclosure, if you lose and they take your property to trustee's deed sale, you have the right to then file a counterclaim. You must file a response to the unlawful detainer stating your issues. And the mandatory letter, the video that we put up on bankruptcies and foreclosures, that we did a mandatory letter we told you all about. You're going to add that mandatory letter to your argument, the points that are in there. Once you add that to your argument, ladies and gentlemen, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to file a separate complaint. Remember, fee waiver, fee waiver, fee waiver. You're going to file a separate complaint, and you're going to entitle that complaint Adverse Claim for Right of Possession. Just that simple. California, every other state, you can do the same thing. Adverse Claim for Right of Possession. Just that simple. That's what you're going to do. Okay? Oh, by the way, this is 108 pages. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of printing today. Well, then when you file that, you're going to have to put in a notice of related case. So you're going to have to put that in both cases, letting the court know that there's a related case, and you're going to notify the court of the related case, and you're going to put it in both cases. Okay? That's the first thing you're going to do. Alright? Now, after you do that, after you take care of that, after you do your notice of related cases, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to get your subpoenas. Subpoenas are very important. Without subpoenas, God, you ain't going nowhere. So need your subpoenas, okay? So you get your subpoenas, you send out your subpoenas to all the parties that are necessary to be subpoenaed. Now you got your subpoenas taken care of, all the parties are notified. Now you can go about getting an order to command compliance with your subpoenas, to compel them to respond to your subpoenas. Now that you do that, now you got their attention. Now you have your cross complaint and your counter complaint. That's going to delay things by several months. Okay? That's what you have to do. While you're doing all of that, then you can go ahead and make a payment the our style way. Some of you will get that. And get it documented that you gave that payment. And put that into the record. You don't have to argue whether or not the payment was good or bad. Just tell them you need a letter from their financial institution saying that the funds weren't available. Just that simple. No more, no less. Just tell them you need that. They will not be able to provide that for you. You just provided proof that you tendered payment. Okay? They either accept it or they don't accept it, but at that point, they should lose. Why? Because if they don't accept the payment, then that means that they refused your final opportunity to cure payment. Okay? Because you have to do intent to cure. You have to do an intent to cure motion or an intent to cure letter. That's what it's called, intent to cure. Most people don't know about it. I'm letting you know about it now, okay? I'm letting you know about it now so that you can't claim you didn't know, because I'm telling you I done told you so, okay? Because he loves me. Anyway, I can't go on and on because I'm extremely tired. That's why you see me losing focus. But you always lose focus. No, that's not true. Well, yes it is. No, it is not. Yes it is. No, it is not. You lost focus now? No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let all of you go. This is me telling you that being up since 3 o'clock and it being 9:30 now on this Tuesday, the 23rd of May, understand I got a lot of work to do. And I probably won't be going to sleep, and if I do get some sleep, it'll probably be 2 to 3 hours, because I got to be about making sure I complete these documents. Okay? I'm going to go so that I can get these to the person it needs to be got to, because I got a bunch of other documents I need to make copies of. And so we're going to talk later. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for letting me take up your time this evening while I had to do this, and I hope that some of you will understand what's going on. And I hope that this has some meaning to some of you, that it is of some benefit to some of you. Thank you once again. Have a good day.